Latte has offered to spar one last time. 24 Suns Dusk, 3rd Era 427. Day 100, Latte expresses his desire to delve deeper into the arcane arts, specifically sanctuary and detection spells, under the tutelage of Orangentine at the ALD Rune Guild of Mages. Latte has determined that training in the use of melee weapons would be beneficial to be prepared for any potential situation. He has offered to engage in sparring sessions with me if I should express an interest in doing so. Latte has offered to spar once more. 25 Suns Dusk, 3rd Era 427. Day 101, I should return to Julius to check on the progress of the inn. The first stage of the Kuol Temple should be complete by today. The inn construction on Sealock Charter should be complete. Latte has offered to spar once more. 25 Suns Dusk, 3rd Era 427. Day 101, Latte has offered to spar once more. Latte has offered to spar one last time.
So I come back. I had some technical problems, so I had to fix one thing and then restart everything. Hopefully it will work better now, but basically we have a new companion, Latte, and let me check one thing right now.
One day to you, friend.
Yeah, okay, so I tweaked the read aloud mod, so it is bypassing Latte, recognizing Latte and skipping his dialogue part, so it is not reading the text anymore, because Latte has a lot of spoken dialogue in the greeting, so there were two voices.
Little secret. That's really none of your business. Where to
Latte
next?
has an idea.
Latte
Okay.
suggests we visit the Bitter Coast. We might also find smuggling activities, and possibly even rare ingredients for potions. Latte advises being careful of the local fauna, especially Kwama foragers and Nyx hounds. Though, Latte heard that Nyx hounds are delicious and useful for making potions. Their only proper inn is in Sidanin. If we're feeling adventurous, we could also look for a place to camp in the wilderness, but be careful of the local fauna.
Okay, I think this way is good, because the first greeting we hear only Latte's voices, and then we can keep reading, have Shiaryu reading the journal and the dialogue part as usual. Well, I'm not using Latte in the ideal way, because I'm already high level, and so all the leveling of Latte is happening every time I ask him about where it is. Oh, there's no more the topic, so it means probably he's not more leveling until we spar or do something like that. And we have already a couple things we should
Latte has
do with
offered to spar
Latte.
one last time.
And the first one, I think, is to go to La Ode and take a look at this dream about I think some beasts, some mud crabs, if I remember correctly. Anyway, we're here in Sidanin, so we want to go to La Ode first. I don't remember if we have some kind of bot.
I must say, I find you most interesting right now. Please, go ahead.
You're new to Sidonim, right? I'm Captain Frand Scenic Travel. You can take a ship from Sidonim to Ebonheart, or Endothrin in Old Ebonheart in the mainland. What about a scenic trip?
No, we want to go to Lahore, never mind.
Never mind. Another time, then.
Okay, so I think we take a strider or take a walk. Also, we can ask Latte about helping.
What can
Carrying
I do
things.
for you?
Hello, Voig. Had some problems starting, but hopefully now things are working. I think I found a tweak to hear Latte first greeting better, so he's the one talking. So it should work better. And we will have Dana happier about it. I think she did not understood the other time that the scheduling mod was moving Adanja in some places and I did not know where. But anyway, I think you have to keep on fixing what we do not understand each other. Oh, okay. So let's see if Latte is able to help carrying something, but I have a lot of things that I don't want to give him because things that only Shiaya could need, so maybe I will just give him some feather potion and when I need them I will ask him to give them back. Yeah.
To what do I owe the honor, Breton?
Ooh. I don't know if I have something to do here. Let's see. So in theory, when I reach level 40, I should go and talk with the Imperial officer to gain some perks or something like that, but I have still to gain a lot of experience for that. Yeah, I found Adanja. I think she's a lady Egypt. She was the one
to go.
I need to talk with to get some info about Latte. Okay, let's see. I think I will
Greetings.
take a strider
Are you leaving so soon?
till the
You have
Odai.
not been in town
River?
very long.
Then we can go down and then go by feet. But I want to see how Latte works in the Sea Strider.
Scenic travel. My Silt Strider can take you from Sidonim to Balmora, Vivek,
So let's
Isis,
go
and
to
Saran.
Balmora.
Balmora, 14 gold pieces.
Oh, that's a strange pose. Oh, another strider. That was a strider that did not disappear correctly. And now the strider is... This is something that I never seen. Two striders together starting this way. I think I'd better dismount here. Okay. Let the strider go. A new glitch, probably. One of the strider was sort of blocked from a previous crash or something like that, and now there are two of them. Oh well, we will go by feet. Or we will try and follow the strider, which is also another interesting thing that I don't think many people know it's possible, because they are scripted to keep on going while the player is nearby, because the script keep running if the player is in the same cell, and so you can follow them and they will keep on going. So it's a strange thing, but also nice. Let's see if we are faster than the strider. Strider traffic. Morrowind, the only game where you can be faster than the strider. Only with the boots of lightning speed, probably. No, I think I don't even have them. Let's see. Oh yeah, I have them. I was too fast. But this is a new thing. And Lati is following correctly what I'm walking. Oh, we could also enter here. I think that's something that we could do here. This is one of the caves from the Sable Dragon mod, with one of the secret things to discover, I think. That is sword on the rock somewhere, I think. Or maybe I already discovered it. I know there's a sword on the rock, and you have to find a proper thing. Oh, here it is. You cannot really get it until you find the proper special ring, I think, something like that. And I have not found it yet. It's a very nice sword, but you cannot get it. And that mod is full of secret things to find. It's very it's a tribute to games like Baldur's Gate 1, so there are a lot of references to that game, also jokes, and several hidden things hard to find, and small secret like this one. Oh. I don't think that the anchor, I don't know how to say it in English, but that was one of the best items in the game, the best cuirass in the game, probably because it was a great armor and with a low weight, if I recall correctly, but it was super hidden and hard to find. And I think, yes, that would be another item, nice to have, but I don't think there is something like that in the Saber Dragon. At least I did not found something like that until today. I don't think there is, because I had to get the mod, so I've seen more or less the things that are available, and no, there's no Ankeg armor. But there is something related to the Igernon Cape. I don't want to spoil, and also I don't remember very well, but there is something related. Anyway, that's Saber Dragon is not a mod that a lot of the recent Morrowind players know, because it's old enough to be forgotten, but it's one of the best quest mods, especially if you like these kind of references to Baldur's Gate series. And it has a lot of quests that need you to go all around Vvardenfell. It's very nice. And also there's a super nice inn. Yeah, we are near it. Also, I love this real exterior home. It is called... I cannot tell you the name of the original mod because I imagine it, but I think it is one of the mods by the modder with the MD nickname. I don't think it is by Michael Dark. It must be some other modder. But now I don't recall exactly. But it's easy to find. It's called Abandoned Shack, I think. It's unique because it is an exterior house. So a small shack, very nice. And this is the Saber Dragon. Pretty nice mod. And also there are... I think there's one of the more pretty ladies in Morrowind history of...
Share your thoughts, friend. I enjoy the company.
Of various Westleys and other modern faces.
Those boots are ruined.
Also the lady here.
Knight of the Imperial Dragon.
But
How
I think
may I
she's
serve?
the one. The Breton lady here is the one with the
Are you the one known as
pretty
Larrabee?
face, pretty eyes, and pretty dress, and so on. And also, if you do her quest, you can win some powerful potions. This is one creature. A land droog. Oh, a nasty one. Matt, I'm sorry, I had some technical problems. So I had to look for the fix, restart everything. So it took a lot of time. I had to stop the streaming and so on. But hopefully now things are working. Here we are.
Narmak. Outlander, we've had a bit of an incident here. I can't let you through. I think this is related to someone I'm searching for. I'd like to see that body. Outlander, we've had a bit of an incident here. I can't let you through. I think this is related to someone I'm searching for. I'd like to see that body. Outlander.
I think there's a loop here, some conflict, something like that.
I think this is related to someone I'm searching for. I'd like to see that body.
Talking
Outlander,
too soon.
We've had a bit of an incident here. I can't let you through.
Okay, so what do you do in case of a problem like this when there's a looping dialogue? Well, apart trying to understand where the problem is, what the mod giving you the dialogue. Probably this mod. I did not. I just installed, but I don't know it very well. There's some filtering here. Probably not working correctly. But just to try and go out of the loop, usually the best thing to try is to just open the console and type goodbye. So this way you are forcing goodbye the command, and in theory you can go off like this. But I think this mod adding this NPC, which the ORI command is telling me it's coming from the People of the Hearth mod, which is, I think, a recent mod. I'm probably from the modathon, but I'm not sure 100%. But a recent one, and there's some dialogue filtering conflict here because it is looping. And well, we take a note about it then. I will try and fix it. Something like this. But for now, let's see if we can go on with the lattice. I think there should be a. We are in Laod. And
Latte has offered to spar one last time.
I don't know how what's the best pronunciation, latte or latte, because in Italian language you would say just latte, which is milk. But in English maybe it's more latte. Okay, so Laod, we are in the right place. Let's talk with someone else.
Pleasure. Please, go ahead. I'm all ears.
Welcome to Laod, stranger. Garden spot of the latest rumors. 9 holes may seem like a fun way to cut loose, but take care. Talaxia. No, I didn't.
Oh, let's ask our friend. Oh, look at this! He's, he's a little... Uh, oh, this is one interesting thing.
Upon you.
I'm using one of the mod by, I think, by Spammer, which is adding all that blood when you hit. And I fixed a lot of little things in the mod because it was crashing, not recognizing blood added by the creatures mod, and I fixed that, and now it's working better. And also there's another mod by the same author, I think, a little glitchy but very nice, which is adding some effect when you are hit or you hit things with magical effect like electric charges and fire and frost and so on, and also diseases like poison. And I think Latte, I will call him Latte because it's easier for me to say like this. And Latte is showing the signs of this kind of bad effects. So I think the nice thing about the mod is that you can cure this thing with time or with healing. So when your health is near top, you automatically look like you are healed from this kind of effect. And it's very nice. Look too much at the sun probably, but he's not a vampire, so I think it was something like some hit by that big crab-like monster.
The moons guide you, friend.
Okay, where to next?
Where to
Latte
next?
has an idea.
Latte would suggest visiting Vivek for its bustling city atmosphere and the opportunity to connect with the Great House Telvanni in addition to many other factions. Little secret. You know, they are called secret for a reason.
But it's not telling us anything about the things we should fix here.
I have a feeling that you and I are about to become very
I am an
close.
officer of House Hual and Imperial Law. Move along.
And nobody is, so maybe something's not triggering correctly, or maybe the fact that we are high level. Oh, someone died here. Oh, the poor sod here is from the same mod, People of the Heart. So something is happening, but we don't know what, because the mod is looping and
Outlander,
needs some
we've
fixing.
had a bit of an incident here. I think this is related to someone I'm searching for. I'd like to see that body. Outlander, we've had a bit of an incident
Okay,
here.
we can do
I
the
can't
same
let you
thing
through.
and go out of here, and let's see if looking for clues on the body will help. Common shoes, common shirt, common pants. No, I think that mod is not working as expected because that dialogue looping is not something promising for the quest to trigger the proper paths. I don't know. I have to take a look at the board, see what happens.
Greetings,
It will
student.
take time, but
pleasure
I
to meet
was
you.
hoping to find some
Greetings,
thing to
Breton.
do for later here,
Jolly
but
nice to meet you. I'm hoping to meet up with...
maybe we are too high level to trigger this quest. I don't know. Okay, will be for another time then.
I'd be happy to talk. My pleasure, really.
Is it done? Are you Nin? By the look of things, I'm guessing not. Do please hurry, these aged joints can't...
I think we are in the right place, but Latte is not giving hints about it.
Blessing of the
Where
demons
is
upon
Dani when I need her? I think she just
Latest rumors.
quit
always the
because
same
I
old
was
story.
not finding. I was not, not finding a dungeon, anywhere. Okay, so what do you think, Latte? He's thinking. Doesn't tell me anything. Uh-oh. Latte. I think something is crashing here. Yeah. Something broke. Oh yeah. This is a crash. A strange crash, but a crash while clicking one dialog option is something pretty rare. Unless it could be some memory food problem, but usually it happens when you change a cell or things like this. It will I think it will be something related to that mod, the looping. It doesn't seem like something uh, super tested. People of the heart, I have to take a good look at it. No sure it is loading. Let me check. Because sometimes when the game crashes, something remains running in the background and then can cause problems when you restart. all the game. So if you're trying to do something like streaming, playing, and stressing your PC a lot, it is better to when you see the loading bar on Morrowind not progressing anymore, maybe it's better to restart, at least with some big number of mods like I'm trying to use. But that people of the heart is really making me think maybe it's not a mod worth keeping loaded. I'm curious about it. Okay, loading NGEXC, and this is another very slow part because I think it takes a lot of time while starting, especially the interior cells, especially if you have big modes using interiors like the Oblivion one, the doors, the doors of Oblivion. I think that one is very heavy. Maybe I should disable the distant land in interior. That way I would speed things a lot. But I like to see the distant landing in that kind of mods because it makes things much more believable when you are in interior cell that, that should look like exterior or interior cells with some fake skybox, things like that. I hope this thing is loading. As it means I need to strip out some mod because probably I have low memory conditions, things like that. Because anytime there's a main mod tune, I end up adding 5, 7, even 8 mod, and that doesn't help. Oh, come on. Let's see. Takes forever. No errors. taking too much time. Oh, finally. Oh, we did it, but I don't think it is a good idea to go to load, because that mod is not working and we did not find anything to do for latte. I don't know. And I think it is due to this big interior mods like the Dots of Oblivion, and I think there's another big one in Souls Time. They are beautiful mods, but it takes forever for MGE to initialize setting the interior statics for them. So maybe it would be better to disable the interior statics rendering of MGE for at least until you play the mods. I'm thinking I will do like this next times, because they really make the starting of MGE very slow. We have our guard friend here.
I think this is related to someone I'm searching for.
Okay, I think I will
Like to see
just
that
read the
body.
mod next time, but for now we know how to do.
Outlander, we've had a bit of an incident here. I can't let you through.
I'd be happy to talk. My pleasure, really.
And we have hopefully
Latte
something
has
else
offered
to
to
do
spar
with
one last
latte,
time.
and also with other destinations. Okay, improve his cuirass. 2 pieces on edge leather, sun resin. Okay, but that's for the armor. Load. We are in load. Nothing to do. Maybe we could try some interior. Asking about
I'm Shurkul Grosharga, stranger. House Lalu. Oh, that's your stronghold, is it? Very nice. It's all right for some, isn't it? Why not come and stay with me in the stronghold? Yes. Well, I'm overwhelmed. I must decline your offer, but you've restored my faith in the world. You came to this land with even less than what I have now. I at least own this piece of land, but you didn't have even a small thing like this. Your achievements have inspired me, Shiar Yunin. I will try to be like you, and make a difference in the world.
Okay, this
Tomorrow
is
I shall leave here.
another quest.
Thank you again. You take a note in your journal under section LGNPC, An Orc's Life.
Good to know, I did not remember
Goodbye.
this. Every now and then I
A
finish
great
some quest
understanding.
and I don't really know how many months ago I got it. But what do you think about it?
One day to you, friend.
Do you think?
Do
Not
you think?
at all.
Okay.
Not at all. Where to
Latte
next?
has an idea.
Latte would suggest visiting Vivek for its bustling city.
We will go to Viva, but
I'm
not
very
now.
happy to make your acquaintance.
Okay, let's take a boat. I think we have to go.
I offered Shurkul Gro Sharga a
To
place in
Mrs.
my stronghold, but he declined.
Or cool.
However, he says that I have restored his faith in the world, and he is going to
I
try
should
and live
return
his
to
dream.
Ulius to
He
check
now wants to make a difference in the world.
on the
He
progress
plans to
of the
leave by dawn,
inn.
happy at last.
So this is an inn that we bought in Pelagiad, I think. And we have this cool temple complete for the first stage. And this is interesting because this mode is about constructing a new temple for the cool members of the Dunmer cult. And I think this mod came at least one year before the latest one, improving the temple in Suran. And then we have this one, which is the Sealock Charter from the Archaeologian Guild. So we have plenty of things to do, basically. We can also spar with Latte.
One day to you, friend.
Can we? Sparring.
Sparring. Latte suggests that you practice sparring together. Shiar
Alright.
Yunin. Alright, let's spar with wooden staves. Use this weapon.
Oh, he's hitting me a lot. Okay, let's get some rest. Technical notice. These mods adding sparring between companions and buonasera! I still use now, yes? Sì, sì. Certo che sì. I'm an old user of necessities of Morrowind because I love the various buildings that it is adding, the vendors and so on, and also because I tweaked the mod a lot, so I added some bits displaying things cooking and things like that. So it is very a very tweaked version, and I like it very much. Also because I'm not really a role player, super immersive, because I don't like to spend uh, half an hour cooking something. I just like a little immersion, but
I must say, I find you most
not
interesting right now.
something
Please,
very long.
go
So
ahead.
things like Ashfall are a little too slow for me to appreciate. And I think necessities of Morrowind, for me, it is still the right
I
compromise
must say,
between
I find you most interesting
realism
right
and
now.
something
Please,
that
go ahead.
takes so much. But it depends also. There are moments that you like to spend your time crafting things, improving. The same for Morrowind crafting. Essentially, I use it mostly on the number of ingredients that it provides, but I don't spend much time crafting things. So I like mostly the
Well,
scenic part,
I find
the
myself in
realism
pleasant
part, but
company.
something
Please, share your
fast to
thoughts.
use. But if you like realism, there are plenty of and hardcore realism. Ashval is fantastic. There is also a recent mod about alchemy, just published in the Modathon, uh, and it's something incredible because each alchemy equipment piece is having a specific uh, task, and it is changing completely how you are used to use alchemy. So I don't really
Oh, wonderful.
understand yet how
Welcome,
to use it,
Outlander.
but I think people that love Ashfall will love also that alchemy mod because it is making things much
I
more
must say, I find you
realistic.
most interesting right now.
Uh,
Please, go ahead.
from my point of view, it is making things a little too much slow because you grind things, you are sort of stuck in the greening animation, things like that. It needs a little tweaking to be more playable, but the idea is great, and people who like this kind of very massive and slow simulation will really appreciate this kind of mod, I think. But yes, I'm still using Necessity Tomorrow. I'm still using my super tweaked Morrowind Comes Alive 7 version, with which I have tweaked a lot. So I'm really not uh, using things just because they are recent. I use things because I think they uh, integrate well with my Morrowind world. Another example, I don't use the recent version of Source-Time Overhaul. I prefer to use the old one. Uh, Still having Source-Time where it is in the standard game, and so on. Oh yeah. So, oh, I was talking about this thing. Not this potion. I wanted another potion. Oh, uh, so I was talking about the sparring scripting for companion. It is great, a great idea. I love the mods having this kind of options, but there's a little problem. Usually these mods don't really check if uh, the companion who is sparring with you has already a number of these spar weapons. So every time you spar, it is adding a new staff, for instance. So it ends that you have to keep the staff on your character forever, as every time you spar, you will be given a new staff, and this new staff you have
One
to
day
drop
to you,
it or
friend.
to give it back to your companion, and in a short time you will have 10 sparring staff, which you don't really need because usually they are weapons that are meant to be used just to spar and to get some experience, but they are not good to be used like a real weapon. So I recommend when you make this kind of script, before giving the player a new staff, remove the ones that are in the companion inventory. So in the end you have just one staff for the player and one staff for your companion, else you will have lots of stuff you have to discard or to put away somewhere. So that's just a little thing, but I noticed that it happens a lot with also other mods. Okay, why am I flying? Because I have drunk a levitation potion instead of a feather potion, probably. Yeah, seems like this. Anyway, let's try and get this board. Just to keep on testing how Latte is working as a follower. I think that there should be a lady
Can't you see
here.
the
Oh
sights?
yeah.
Where can I take you?
We want to reach
Welcome to
cool.
Morrowind, stranger.
Can we?
Scenic travel. My boat can carry you from Laod to Narmak, Ebonheart, Vivek, and Malagmar.
Well, we can go to
What about a
Namor
scenic trip?
for now.
Narmak, 18 gold pieces.
Yeah, Latte is following. Uh, oh, okay, so I found another little glitch, which is not really a glitch, but I set the companions when I squeeze them to travel with the player, to move at the player's shoulder, but also to not be just too much static. They play one of the standard idle animations that usually are something like touch your shoulder, things like this, scratch your head, but Latte is using one of these idle animation to use this special idol, so it looks a little strange while walking. So I will take a note about making an exception for Latte. So when we travel, he's just standing without idle, something like that. Maybe I should do this for all companions, it will be just simpler. But it's much better when they do some standard animation while traveling, because if you go third person view, it looks better. Ooh, we have some orcas nearby. Let's see if we can see them. Oh, here she is. And I am not adding creatures follower when using scenic travel for the simple reason that usually creatures have one of the sizes is too much to look good nearby the player oftentimes, so using them is not easy and I prefer not to even try. But they can follow just water walking or flying or something. Oh, Latte now is just sitting down. Oh well, that's not bad. Now he's praying. Well, it's not so bad having Latte meditating like this while we are traveling. And I think that robe really looks great. Also, I understood why he was without robes and things, because I have removed the dependency on one of the how is it called? It's an ESM which is adding leveled lists items for clothings, and I don't use that because I'm using MCA original, so Ruby conflicts. Also, I don't really am very fond about mods changing clothes for NPCs. I'm just happy with them having the same clothes at the start. Not really something. But in this case, it's mostly to avoid conflicts with MCA, which I'm using in an old version. So, and we are in Narmok. So from here, in theory, while I'm still, maybe I have some levitation things. Let's see. Elixir. Oh, levitation. A very long duration.
She's a hard woman.
Levitate potion.
Knight of the Imperial Dragon. How may I serve you?
That is dancing around. Okay, I am levitating, so. Oh, as we are here, let me check one thing. We can also levitate. Any news here?
I'm here to study Netch mating habits. Uvirith's grave. Tel Uvirith was built by Telvanni master.
I think not far from here. There should be one of the Dreamer ruins added by the Astrologians Guild mod, and I realized that there's a big conflict between that ruin and my Strider mod, because he's placing the ruin right in one of the few routes that for me are very hard to replace, to move, because it is basically linking the sea route with the Caldera route and Hedgeroom route, and it is passing basically in this place, more or less. And this Dreamer Ruin added by the Astrologian Guild mod was right there, so I tried to move it. A little, so it should be here now, but I don't know if it will work, because you have to probably restart the mod to get it properly. But I think this position could be good because I don't have boards or strider roots here, and more or less it is just moved about 100 meters from where it was, so should be good. But I have to restart. Next playthrough we will see. Out of curiosity. About the vanity mod, I don't think it should cause big problems, because basically you equip things very rarely. They don't really basically while they have the same inventory, they don't keep equipping things, so I don't think it will cause great performance problems, unless you are using some kind of mod adding super detailed jewelry and things like this, with a great number of polygons. It should not really matter, because they are just showing rings and amulets, and usually those don't have a high poly count. Usually armors are much more detailed, and so I don't think there should be great frame rate. One mod that could be heavy on frame rate, and that probably requires fine-tuning from the MCM control panel, is the footprints one, because the more NPCs are adding footprints, the more heavy it becomes, doing all the ray tracing to place the footprints properly. So that mod has, I have added to that mod in the various version a lot of parameters that you can tweak to adjust the frame rate and the number of footprints and how they are displayed. There are a lot of options, and that mod requires tweaking if you want a good frame rate with that one. But I don't think Vanity needs much tweaking. It should be not very heavy on frame rate. And then depends, because I am happy playing with 15 frame rate in cities, so for me Morrowind is just exploration and great view and discovering places and mods. I'm not really playing Morrowind to be able to fight at 60 FPS. I'm just playing it for exploring and for the atmosphere. So doesn't matter for me, but there are people used to play with big frame rates that are already having a hard time with 40 FPS, so I don't know. It depends. Probably in that case it is better to remove some mods, adding NPCs like MCA, like that kind of mod first, and then you try to make some compromise, because Morrowind is hard to optimize. It's a very CPU bound game, so it works in an opposite way than most modern games used to work. You have to have a powerful CPU instead of a powerful graphic card to get the better from Morrowind. Okay, so I need another potion from Latte here. Oh, he's fighting a big nasty fish. Oh, he managed to kill it. Oh, Latte is not bad as a fighter. Oh, no, Latte has drunk all my... Oh no, this is the devourer. We got some ingredient here. Okay, Latte, I need a potion, please.
Blessing of Azura upon you.
And another mod that I love to add to my setup, but that I found it is just in the middle of one of the other difficult routes for my bots mod, in one of the places with less space available. Place a route which is basically in the very narrow water between Tamriel Rebuild and Talbranora. Is a recent mod adding a Dwemer ruin near Talbranora, and it's super scenic, super nice, very good to see, but it is just in the middle of my bot route. So I tried moving the mod, but it's not easy because it is following that peculiar terrain part of the cells, and moving it is not easy. So for now I just stop trying to move it. Maybe I will retry in the future. But it is a very nice mod. Let me check. We are okay. We want to go this way. Oh, okay. A curiosity: that kind of big white rats are added from one of the ancient, maybe the old, the elder, is it right? Mod about adding creatures to Morrowind, which is Morrowind Advanced, done by one of the original developer of the game, and those rats are super nasty. So if you are low level, don't try to fight this thing, because they are super fast and super nasty. hit my sword. And yeah, it's very difficult to change the bots mods, my travel mods, the bots especially, because each waypoint must be checked in game, then you have to change it in a lot of script. It's a lot of work. That's the reason why I'm not able anymore to update it for time and rebuild, because every time they change things, you have to redo basically half of the mod, and so not something I'm able to do anymore. Also, they move things for silly reasons. They don't really care for anything else that it is not their mod, so I'm really tired about it. So I'm just not using time and rebuild anymore. So I keep on using the last version, which is compatible, and that's it. Maybe one day I will just merge the old time and rebuild with the good part of Silver Tower and make my personal time and rebuild version like I did with Solstheim Overhaul, basically. Ooh, this. Okay, so example. This is a very recent mod coming from the moderator, and you think, yes, that's a model which is, well, but he already did, I think, a couple of routes from Sedanin, basically making the Strider Lua version, which is turning a little, turning slower, and that's nice, but at the same time I think it could cause problems because there are points where you need to turn very fast. Maybe not much with Strider, but with the boats, unless you want to touch a lot of rocks in the, for instance, the Sea of Ghosts. If you want to try and move the less things possible, you have to basically make a lot of turning between the rock pylons, and so you need to turn the boat fast. So I don't know. The alternative is just to remove a lot of pylons, and then when you start moving, changing things, you go on with incompatibilities and so on. Maybe, I don't know, it depends how easy it is to make new routes for those kind of Striders using a different turning speed. So we will see. One thing I'm sure is that uh, my waypoints probably are not very compatible with this kind of speed while turning. At least for the bots. Maybe the Strider could work. Probably the Strider work because there are just some points where you need to turn faster, which is when you go inside some rock arcs. There you have to do things fast. Okay, I was talking about this mod. This is the Caldera Priory mod. I just installed it. I have still to test it, but it was right in one of my Strider routes, but basically I had to move a couple points, so it was worth doing it, and I did it. So now the Striders are compatible also with this mod, but I'm not when I can change something to be compatible, I usually do it, but I don't do things 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and keep on doing things, because it would be just absurd. So a couple times maybe, but one of the mod will not be updated anymore. This one hopefully will not be moved from this place, and I will keep on using it and make people able to use both mods. I think I already updated it. I'm not sure about it, probably. Yeah, basically you have two ways you can do transport mod. You start moving out of the way each obstacle you find in your planned routes, especially with the boats, because the Sea of Ghosts is very cluttered with all those rock pylons. Or you try and look for the best route, trying to continuously take a lot of turning around, but this way you can be compatible with any mod, trying to put something usually in the standard land that is there, and also you have less problem updating because you don't move references, so it's easier to update basically. Or you can take an approach like how is it called? Morrowind World, where you first make tabula rasa of the terrain. You make a big flat surface, and then you build move cities and so on. Or you do like time and rebuild. You keep on destroying things every time you make things, and then 3 years after you destroy it, move it another time. Move pylons for no reason out of your territory, just to, because you are the big, and you can manage to be the one which is most downloaded, and so everyone is using your mod because you're big, so you feel the right to ruin the works of the other mods because you don't care, I just hate this kind of mentality, honestly. And so, that's it. But I think that in 5 or 10 years, when all the modders that are currently making things for Time Rebuild will be no more the ones making things for Time Rebuild, we will just see things redone for the 10th time again before finishing what they should finish, because that is the nature of the project. There is no project basically. They are just rebuilding and rebuilding and rebuilding and rebuilding. There is no end. If that could be a real life project, it would just be a failed one since forever. Town rebuilding, yeah, that's the essence. So this is the footprint mod, and Edgy Room was one of the places where people had much frame rate problem, because this city is one of the you don't really notice it without the mod installed, but it is one of the cities where there are more guards patrolling around, and so the footprint mods was adding a lot of footprints, and the first version did not have very much control about it, so this was a big frame rate hit. But now there are a lot of options you can use to limit footprints. You can make them only for players, for NPCs, for creatures. You can allow for a very high duration, or decrease the duration. You can decrease the distance from the player where you can see footprints, and you can also decide a maximum total number of footprints that you can have at a certain time. So there are lots of parameters you can tweak, and I think it's something that should work with every configuration if you take the time to tweak it. And honestly, I just think that it's a great immersion mod, because basically
Welcome, Breton.
it changes things a lot, especially in places where you can see the footprints better, like on sand, and especially on source time, because the snowy terrain is perfect for footprints. But also in Aldi Room you can see the difference,
Welcome, friend.
especially if you
Hail.
go, for instance,
Night of the
near the... If you try following the guards patrolling this area, usually if some where you see sand and some guards is patrolling, it's very atmospheric. Oh, by the way, latte should have some footprints. It's just teleporting. Okay. I was doing something here. Oh, I want to reach Guru. So we are also testing lattice on the transport modes. It's following very well.
It is truly a pleasure to see you.
We have a discussion about actor shadows in the Discord recently. I think that one shadow is good. 2 or 3 are not bad. And I always use one shadow because it's better to have one than don't have one. And one thing that people don't know or don't try is that you can change the number of shadows of real-time shadows, and you have the glitch of shadows visible between the ceiling in interior and the place where the player is, only if you have enabled more than one shadow. If you just enable one shadow, only the player will have it, so you will not have the problem of seeing other shadows through the ceilings. So I think the one shadow is good because they are not perfect, but they are still better than not having them, I think. And one shadow is not really frame rate heavy. If you have 5 or 6 or higher number, yes, they are not only not very realistic because they have the shadow through ceiling problem, and they are also very heavy on frame rate. But if you keep one shadow, I think is not bad. The vanilla menu, you go here and real-time shadows. This display is not good because you don't see the numbers, but imagine that you have 0 and you have, I don't remember exactly, 5 or 6 for full. So if you do something like this, it should be one shadow. You can just take a look and you see if I increase the cursor, I should be able to see 2 shadows like this, for instance. 3 shadows, and so you can decrease it until you see just 1 or 2, it depends, but 1 is perfect for people who hate having shadows coming from the ceiling, because one shadow is automatically disable anything that is not the player's shadow, so you solve the problem. But this is a standard Morrowind feature, like for instance the delay that you can use for, let me check where it is, for the menu help delay. This is the I think it's in milliseconds or a fraction of seconds, but there's a little delay before displaying the hints that you get when you hover over some items. And personally I like this delay because this way I can move the cursor without being distracted continually by this pop-up about things that I'm not interested in having more detail, because if I'm looking for something I just put the cursor there and then I can see a fraction of seconds after what I'm looking for This way, I think it's a good compromise. And in any case, it is a standard game option. So mods that are assuming that people are setting this to 0 are not doing a proper work, because this is a standard game feature, like the real-time shadows. So you can prefer to not use them, but if you make a mod which is forcing people to disable things, I think it's not the good way to make a mod. You can make a mod just making a toggle to disable your mod feature, which is or not in conflict with another thing, or at least just realize that some people may prefer to have something disabled or enabled, in my opinion. So it's not a religion war, it is just that it is a standard game option, so better to respect that. Anyway.
It is truly a pleasure to see you. Scenic travel. My Silt Strider can carry you from Aldirun.
Oh, finally we found a route to reach
Kudul. 25 gold pieces.
And Latte is meditating also here. I think it's not bad. I'm thinking he's like a special companion. The one thing that I'm not sure about is when there are more than one companion. Maybe he's just the one who is sitting in the group. Maybe he's not very good. I don't know. I think I will make an option so you can choose if you want Latte having his special idols while traveling, or just to stay rigid with no animation. And we have area which is fighting. I don't think I can fight from here, because from the war mode you can fight with the arrows while traveling, but not from the side because you are inside. It's a little difficult. It would be great from a certain point of view to be able to fight with the ranged weapons, because you could make a mod with Jube and use the Strider to hit the cliff races. Maybe the mod done in Lua could do something like that more easily, because from Lua it is easy to make special things. Easier than with Morrowind for sure, Morrowind scripting for sure. Basically I'm using Lua here to move any companion around the player when traveling. Something that done from Morrowind was very difficult. You have to do, from Morrowind standard scripting, you had to do special scripting for each companion. It was very time sinking, while with Lua you can just use a Lua script for any companion and it should work with any followers. Yeah, I think Lua is great. Oh, this is a conflicting mod, maybe? Adding more trees here? Strange. I think so. Let's see. Rock. Oh, I understand. Another mod which I did not tweak enough. It is Rocky Red Mountains, things like this. It's a recent mod, very scenic, but it is adding a bunch of trees here, and I have to tweak it because, as you can see, it is placing them right in one of the routes, in one of the most difficult parts where striders can climb. So I will just make a light version of it and remove the trees. Because this is the sort of obligatory route to try and cross the mountains here, as you would have to change the landscape, do a lot of changes that then would mean conflicts. Oh, and we are in Cool, we can see the new temple. I just love this little mod because I think it's very scenic, also a little nice quest for this. And I don't think the modder did update it recently. It's a pity because the mod is nice. But it is still on the Nexus.
Yes, Albert. What do you want?
And let's see if we can talk with a priest here, or if we have to reach Nesis. The Red Mountain, I'm not sure it is the Red Mountain, but it's a very recent mod by the same author of the Sheogorod, how is it called? Spines of Madness mod, which is a fantastic, I think it's the greatest rock mods released for Morrowind so far. The Spines of Sheogorod, something like this. Spines of Madness. It's a great. And also this mod is great, and the other one for the West Gash. But this mod is not only adding rocks, it is adding also a lot of trees, and these trees are conflicting with basically lots of things, so basically I'm removing most of them. Also where I find a conflict with another mod because the for instance, it is conflicting with Montagnous Red Mountains, which I use. It is conflicting with how is it called? A recent one, Sanctuary, Ossuary. I don't remember the name of the mod, but it's a mod adding some temple with a lot of tombs and Ossuary, I think it is called, but there are conflicts with that one. So in this case, the simpler thing is just to remove the cells coming from the rock mods and keep the rest. You still have a lot of rocks, nice rocks. And so this is the new temple. Needs a gardener maybe, but all in all, very nice. This is the new Oh, we crashed. I fear I am near the famous memory limit. I don't think this mod should cause crashes because it's a very simple mod. Basically adding like a stronghold one, adding a couple of stages where you build the temple, and then you have this couple of interiors in the temple, but should be not a complex one having scripts crashing. Probably I just have some low memory condition. So yeah, it's time to remove some mods again. Or, well, before I will try to disable the NGEXC interior distant land option, because I think that one is using, it's not only slow, it is using a lot of memory. So maybe that is the first try. And then remove some mod, which is never something I do. I like to do because obviously I like the mod that they try to add, but you have to do it sooner or later. Unless we have some super good new open Morrowind version with UI and all bells and whistle, but I think it will take still lots of time, also because there are a lot of mods which I doubt can be ported easily to open Morrowind, because the Lua libraries are very different, so it is not like you can copy or redo a mod, you have to redo it from scratch completely. Let's see if this is loading. I'm not sure I could disable. No, I need to regenerate distant land to to try and avoid loading interior statics. But I think a nice mod would be something adding Jube, and Jube in theory from the books was fighting the cliff races from Strider. So in theory you could make a mod with Jube as companion, and both the player and the Jube are fighting the Striders from fighting the cliff races from a Strider. That would be also lore correct, because I think that's something which is narrated in the Jube storybooks. I'm not sure about it, but I think that's something like that. I think one of the companions in the more recent version of the MCA and other companion mods done by Danae, which is adding to the original quest. So some of these companions. I think there's also Jube. Maybe there's a story also there. But I did not try the mod yet. I think this is... Oh, okay. Finally loaded. Okay, let's see if this is a problem with the... Well, we'll discover it very fast, because if we enter and crash again, it is some problem with the mod. If we do not crash, probably it is like I think a problem of memory. I think the main difference about how memory crashes happen is that now that MGE-XC is much more efficient with memory using, because it is trying to use just the memory directly on the graphic card. But there's a little problem with this in that you crash more without any message like you are short on memory. So then the Lua mod, which is telling you, showing you that you are low on memory, don't really have the time to give you advice. You crash and that's it. But well, that's not a big problem because you will crash one way or another. But as you can see, the problem is probably not related to this mod, just that there was some kind of memory full condition probably. So this is the mod. There's no one yet, but a nice little mod, which is called, let's see, divine dissemination, I think. This one in cool is the first one I've seen, and I think it has 1 or 2 years. And then we have the big one, which has been released recently in the Modaton, which is in Suran. I still have to start it, but I like this little one because it is in a nice position in a little settlement. Not bad. But there's no one yet, so I think I have to go to the temple, Nizi's temple maybe. Let's explore a little. Oh, there's someone? Oh no, it's Latte. Latte. I must remember to call him Latte. But no one here. A moment. Let's go down. But basically you have the standard temple. I think we have to go to Cool because we had the quest from the Nisis temple. Oh, and one thing, I don't. Oh, yeah, so the problem here. Strange. Some mesh problem maybe. Hmm. No, I think it's a matter of moving it. Okay, let's take a note. Okay, but also let's see, can we pass here? Yeah. So basically, I think we need to go to Nisis. A port on the coast. No, I think that is added by I don't remember the name of the mod. I will tell you hopefully when I'm there. I think it could be a mod about the boats of Vanderfell, something like that.
Honor to you, Marivaran.
Imperial Navy, something like this. It is a major mod, so it could be Corobal. See, yeah, I think it is added by Corobal mod, so that ship probably is the one you can take to visit the land.
Welcome. If you wish to talk,
I
it is
don't
really
think
no
we've
trouble
been
at all.
introduced. Outlander. Contraband. More artifacts. I see. You've done a good job of seizing these artifacts. Hand them over and I will make sure they find their proper place in Cyrodiil.
But it's mostly a scenic fortress. There's not much to do here. The real reason for the fort and the dock is to have a way to reach the landmass. I think they don't have much to say.
Hail to the Knight of the Imperial Dragon.
Let's see. Okay, the mod should be the same. Yeah. Corobal.
I don't think we've been introduced.
I'm from here.
Outlander. I'm Thorson Windfist.
We can travel
How
to
can I help you?
Mora or to Ark's Dollar, which is one of the city in the mod. Oh, we can try and go there as we are here. And it is probably a not so small landmass mod. Probably I have moved, but I'm not sure about it. We are basically north of Tamir Rebuild. By the way, I think they will place one island there in latest version. Probably. Not sure about it. Tal Morgana is here. We have another big thing. But basically we are in this point. Not sure this is the original place where the mod was, because I have moved a lot of things around to accommodate the various landmass mods. But this is where we are now. The mod is called Karoba. This is one of the classic landmass mods. I don't think I have ever played the mod, honestly. But it should be not a small one.
It is always an honor, Narivaran. Look, I like you, but not. Stoller Warehouse. This book contains a list of items stored in the.
So this is a warehouse.
Welcome to Ark Stoller. Now what do you want? Ark Stoller. I know very little beyond my job. When a ship arrives, the cargo manifest is brought to me. I find some place to store the cargo.
I'm not sure this is the
Then
correct
the
way to
upstairs.
reach the place, because maybe there's
when
a quest you have to start.
Cargo, I note the space is open for the shipment of cargo.
It would be better to read
Anything
the
else
readme
is
of the
someone
mod
else's job.
Before coming here, but well, maybe you just need to visit. It depends. There's not a rule. Usually, the readme tells you the best way to reach the new landmass. Some mods require you to start a quest, but some just tell you go and get the boat and go there and then ask around. One thing that you notice in the mod, especially the one adding big old mods, adding big castle, adding lots of rooms and so on, maybe done by just one person, is that they usually lack things like path grids, north makers, and you notice that because you see the NPCs looking at the walls, and that's usually is the sign that the mod is a little old, because there are no path grids. You can just check like this. You can type TPG, that means toggle path grids, and you see path grids displayed, and then you see nothing. That means there are no path grids, so that's not a good thing. Proper interiors should have path grids, at least the ones that have some tables and platters and things where NPCs could get stuck. But these are things that at the time were rare, because it takes a lot of time for one person to path grid all the interior, so a lot of old mods don't have them. But if you make a new mod, remember that path grids are very useful. They are not only useful if you have companions, they are also useful for standard NPCs, because this way they don't look at walls, that they look silly when they are always staring at walls. And also the north, I'm not 100% sure about it, but I suspect that also the north maker that you use to properly orient the map with the exterior, also that one could be used by the EI to orient the NPCs. I'm not sure about it. I'm sure that path grids are important of that, but maybe also the north maker is useful. So as you are putting the inside the path grid, also take a look and check that you have also the north maker. It doesn't matter if it is not correctly oriented 100%. Don't be super preoccupied by that, but put one inside just to be sure that you have one, because this way the NPCs will look more natural, moving and not staring all the time at the wall until the player talk with them. But probably not a good idea to explore a new landmass by night. So let's see if we can go out somewhere here. I hate when you have a big castle-like building and no way to reach the roof, because usually it is faster to go out from the roof. But it makes sense because this is a warehouse, not really a castle. But in this case, probably it's a little annoying, so okay, let's go down and see if we find the right door. I think this is the one. Okay, so I was looking for some. That's a castle over there. Or some tavern, something like that. Got the docks. Big bridge. Ooh, a statue. Reminds me something. Ooh, a statue in the middle of the water. Nice. A big port. Hello, I health.
Welcome to Arkstolar. Now what do you want? And make it quick, I have work to do. Arkstolar. Arkstolar is a trade port southeast of Morrowind. It is prime. I feel the same way. It's been some time now for me.
Okay, so we have an introduction. We know it's called Arkstolar. Not a nice name. And then we have some tower. Oh, some arrows. Oh, a big castle. This place is big. Ah, this door is locked in a way we cannot open. Hello, lady.
I'm just about to tend my lamps and locks, Outlander, but feel free to look around. If you're, I shall honor our friendship too. Admire
Give me
success.
a little advice.
Little advice. You want to know about traders and how they work in Morrowind.
Okay. Where is Latte? We lost Latte. Also we lost. Hello.
Welcome to Arkstolar. Now what do Arkstolar? Arkstolar is a
Say much. Shipping. Well, okay. Tell you what, I will just wait. Let's see where Lord is
I'm an officer of the Imperial Law.
telling us
Move
something
along.
more, but okay, no place to rest, it seems.
Welcome to Arkstolar.
So we just go somewhere inside. Let's see if we can rest here. Oh, our area is here, but we lost Latte. Let's call him. Hey, Latte.
The moons guide you, friend.
Where to
Latte
next?
has an idea.
Latte would suggest visiting Vivek for its bustling
Okay.
city atmosphere and the Do you
Latte does
think?
not know. What do
Latte
you think?
does not know.
Outside again. Okay, let's go. Oh, we found a way to go up. Not bad. Okay, so let's see. We can rest here. Can we? I have no bedrock. Pedro. Can we sleep here? Yeah, we can. Latte, good night. Can I tell him something like
One day to you,
we
friend.
rest here? Combat follow gear. Yeah?
Gear.
What should latte wear?
What should Latte wear? Relax, we're safe here. That's better. Did you
I'm
know
missing
Pasiate
some.
fur needs to breathe too?
I'm missing something. Okay. Check missing. And so we will.
Gashnak Gramopal should be at Tel Uvirith now.
Ready again. I think I have one thing that I would add to the quick loadouts mod, and it is something that basically when you equip again things, check if you have the boosts of blinding speed and remove them temporarily and then edit equip them again, because this way you should be able to avoid becoming blinded every time, because the game loads and equip things in a certain order that is always causing you to equip the boots before having equipped the cuirass, which is making you resist the blinding. So it is a little annoying every time you put on your armors. You get blinded even if you have all the gear able to make you resist to the bad effect of the boots. So this little thing, I think I will tweak the mod to do this. Could be a good idea, because I think these boots are very used by people using a lot of enchanting gear, because they are very convenient once you find the way to resist their bad effects. Anyway, time to get the bedroll, put it away. I had it here. Don't really need this container, but bedroll. Oh, I think Merlord started working in a new lure container mods, and I like that one to be released, honestly, because containers are something very useful. And I'm still using the old non-lure version of Rhino 7 and JC Cooley, I think. So a modern lure mod could be more than welcome. Anyway, Latte, we are ready to
What can latte do for you?
start again. So gear.
Gear.
What should latte wear?
What should Latte wear?
Prepare for
Prepare
battle.
for battle. I'm ready.
Yes, the atom is ready for battle. I like it. Okay, now we should see what's around. Ooh! Ooh! Really an old-time style, super high and super steep mountain. Look at this. Probably you need to enter here, find the proper way up. Okay, so basically we have a super big port. Oh, but there's some kind of mountain over there. Is it another mod or it is part of this mod? Wow, we are in a big landmass. Now that it is not so dark, we can see it. We are in the middle of a bay. Here is the castle and there's plenty of mountains around. So a sort of fortified island. And I guess we must find, to progress the mod quest, we must find a way to go inside the castle and reach the top where probably the big bad boy will be. I don't know, but it seems something like this. And probably this is not the right way to start this quest. Maybe you have to talk with someone. Let me check this. Should be not hard. I have a note, the readme linked in mesh, so I can look at it real quick. Mod is called Corobal. Corobal Island is a forgotten island northeast of Cedric Mora. Well, yeah, now it is north, basically. Okay. There's a military base completely surrounded by high mountains, except for one narrow inlet. Okay. So there are 2 new islands, lots of exterior cells, lots of interior cells, and lots of NPCs. A lot of quests also in Vardenfell. Okay, how do I should start the mod? Not really suggested. Oh, here it is. To start the Corobal mod, it is suggested to talk with Quintus in the Nisi Strait house. Okay, we have the hint. So maybe better to do that instead of visiting the island like we did, but you know, it's always good, it's always nice to explore new mods, new islands. I like it a lot, but probably not a good idea to try to start the quest here. Maybe better talk with the proper NPC. So let's see, we can get a. 'Cause, 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 'cause,
Welcome to Ark Stolar. Welcome to Ark Stolar.
Okay, let's try another thing. We can try to use some intervention. We don't know where we will go. Oh, Baloira! That's interesting because this thing does not exist anymore in new version of Time Rebuild. It is still there, but a lot different. And from here we can take boat, we can take a strider.
Looking to leave Baloira? My vessel can take you to Firewatch or Baramu. Firewatch. An important port, with very large docks and a powerful lighthouse. Baramu. You're actually interested? It's a tiny fishing village on the isle northwest of here.
Okay, we'll wait a couple seconds because I see already a boat there. So I don't want to just crash against that one.
Looking to leave Baloira? Scenic travel. You can take a boat from Baloira to Baramu, Telwada or Firewatch.
Telwada would
What
be
about a scenic trip?
also interesting. It's one of the more scenic places. Ah, that's good.
Telwada, 20 gold pieces.
This is something I did not see yet. So if I remove my helmet, my transparencies get reset. That's this. Wow, these things are coming from some engineer. How they changed set invisible. Oh, we have some dolphins nearby. See the eyes of the lady because she's stunned in a way we cannot see them. In theory she should be blinking eyes. Not true. Oh yeah. Over there in the distance we can see I think the Teluada city. So, that's a strange thing. Oh well. Ari is just walking. I think this is some kind of town.
Mentorus Miscellany. I don't think we've been introduced, Outlander. Telwada. This is Telwada, Shiar Yunin. Outlanders such as myself aren't terribly welcome here, but we are usually tolerated.
Knight of the Imperial Dragon. How may I say?
I don't think we've been introduced. Scenic travel. My Silt Strider can take you from Telwada to Baal Oira and Rainian Rune. What about a scenic trip? Rainian Rune. 15 gold pieces.
There's someone watching me. I can tell.
Blessing of the 2 moons upon you.
Do you
Yes.
think? Yes.
Okay. Oh, but I must ask if he thinks, Latte, do you think we should visit this place, explore more this place, or do you think we should take another strider and go somewhere else?
Latte listens.
I'm not really good at these things.
Do you
Yes.
think? Yes.
Okay. Wants to explore a little more. Iranian room. I don't know if this changed my... I don't think this changed a lot in the latest version. But I don't know really.
No, no, no. Let me guess. You're an adventurer, am I right? Background. My name is Brulerun. Brulerun Overrun. Someone in particular. Master Mithras is the local Telvanni lord. Rainian Rune. Rainian Rune is a small Velathai settlement built high on the cliffs of Malagriad region.
I am never too busy for a good talk.
Is there something on your mind?
Where to
Latte
next?
has an idea.
Latte is craving something more than just water to quench his thirst.
Why are you flying?
What can Latte do for you?
She should not. And he should not.
Well met.
Latte wants something. But why is that's strange? Why is he flying? He has no. Maybe he's drinking some potion.
Knight of the Imperial Dragon, how may I serve you?
Welcome to the Dancing Jug. Shiar Yunin. Every customer's a king here. Would you like some food? Something to drink perhaps? Hasilius Braun. He's the Imperial downstairs. He showed up some time ago, wearing that heavy
Okay,
armor,
I think
and we all
Letty
thought he was some kind of knight
Latte
on a mission.
wants something
Now, we come to
drink.
understand he's just a drunkard in a tin suit, which he'll probably sell anytime now. Why?
Let's see. Latte, don't levitate. Come on.
Our sugar is yours, friend. Very well.
Please. Very well.
Let's see if I remember the common. Okay.
The moons guide you, friend.
Okay, I have something to drink. Prosit.
I feel absolutely great, don't worry. Follow. Ari is set to follow inside follow me. Finally, a new adventure. I feel absolutely great, don't worry. I feel absolutely great, don't worry, Shiar Yunin. Health is at 100%. Move. Am I in your way? Oh, so sorry. Swap places with me. Hey. I feel absolutely great, don't worry, Shiar Yunin. Health is at 100%.
Okay, I have no idea. They don't have flying effect, but they have some kind of levitation effect. So let's try and see if they follow the player. In theory. So if I remove the player levitation, in theory their script should trigger and remove levitation from them, but doesn't seem like this. Probably they are stuck with a spatial levitation. Let's try this one. No, it's not. I don't know, maybe there's some kind of conflict, but they don't have the flying setting. They don't have the flying spell that I use when in the boats or in the strider. So I don't know, maybe it's from the scripts. No. Oh well, they will keep levitating.
Rainian room.
Oh, let's see if Latte is having some footprints. No footprints, Latte? In theory. He should have Khajiit footprints, I think. Oh, maybe he doesn't have wet feet. Let's see. Oh, as you can see, now we have wet feet, so also Latte is leaving the footprints. I think that's really nice.
Where would you like to go?
I don't know. Surprise me.
I don't think we've been introduced. Scenic travel. You can take a river strider from Rainian Room to Tel Wada and Boethian Mountains near Baldron village. What about a scenic Boethian Mountains? 11 gold pieces.
Okay, so this is another thing that you will not find anymore in future time you rebuild striders in the Telvanni, or river striders in the Telvanni territory, probably in the future. I think they mean to put them in some subterranean new region, something like that. I think they are great. Alchemist Antares did a very nice animation. So we have this transparent. Transparent. How can we call? They are use like sails, but they are more wings than sails. But it's cool because they use when they use them, they go faster. They are scripted to go faster. And we have the cargo inside. So pretty scenic. And in my opinion, they were very in team with the Talvani settlement to travel by these small rivers like this. Spread the wings so we can go a little faster. But I think we are almost arrived. There should be a dock over there. It's nice for me because every time I visit these places after a few years, usually you have something working a little better, a new video card, something like this, and I see things a little better, or there is a new version of MGXE, so you can see more trees, more details. It's always nice. And from here, I think we can go back, but there is... let's see.
I don't think we've been introduced. Scenic travel. You can take a river strider to Malagrahad, near Rainian Rune, or to Tel Wada. What about a scenic trip? Never mind. Well, it is your money, so
from here we probably must reach the next big city, which I like very much. One of the funny cities in this area that I like most. In the Boeotia Spine region, I don't know if it is still called like this, but there's this big city on the water. Lotanis. At least this is the name now, but
Hello, Breton. My name is Gaymarth and I'm in need of an escort to the local shrine of Saint Serin. Escort. As I said, I'm trying to get to the local shrine of Saint Serin. I have encountered a number of elite already and would pay you to escort me, if you have time, Breton. The shrine is southeast of here, just west of a Daedric ruin that is on a high hill. According to the people of Lithanese, I need to follow the road until it passes a farm and then head south along the path to the Daedric shrine. The shrine to Saint Sarin is down a hill on the west side of this path. Will you aid me? You take a note in your journal under section A, Beleaguered Pilgrim. I will escort you.
Let's see what happens.
Thank you.
Southeast. Southeast. Ah, okay, you have to follow more or less the water. Better to add our friends to the list.
Is there something on your mind?
In case he runs away. But this city is pretty scenic. Also, it is a very important link to other routes. So
I have agreed to assist Game Arth.
To the southeast of his current location, west of the Daedric ruin. Follow the road until it passes a farm, and then head south along the path. This path or that path? Let's try the easy one. Hopefully.
Sugar is yours, friend.
Follow me.
Very well.
Very well.
Okay, so I like to play with this kind of things. And this is for whoever watching. But honestly, I don't remember where this shrine is supposed to be. But this is a pretty scenic Dwemer ruin. Maybe over there.
I think we're lost. Shia Yunin. We should
Yeah.
have arrived at the shrine of
Okay.
Saint Cyril hours ago. You take a note in your journal under section A, beleaguered pilgrim. Goodbye.
Okay, and?
It is truly a pleasure to see you. Escort. Yes, I need to get to the local shrine of Saint Cyril.
Maybe the easy road was not the right one. How strange. Panzerite. Okay, no, this doesn't look like a shrine. So first time I was looking to this kind of rocks and oh crap, I don't remember the identifier for these, and then I discovered that it is just grass like from Ramiro's grass. Uh-oh. Come on. I'm level 40.
Maru! Maru! Maru!
A tough one. Latte, how are you?
Latte listens.
Where to
Latte
next?
has an idea.
Latte has heard that the Ashlands are a harsh, unforgiving place, but Latte is curious to see it for himself. The landscape sounds unique and the creatures that live there are intriguing. Latte also wants to see the ghost fence and the shrines and ruins that can be found there. Even though it's a dangerous region, Latte is up for the challenge. Let's pack our supplies and head out.
Okay, Mr. Gammarit, do you have any hint?
Isn't the Malagriad wonderful?
Oh. About the bandits?
Little secret. I am not comfortable talking about this.
Okay.
Well, that was exciting. Thank you for escorting me, Shiar Yunin.
Oh, we found it!
Here is your reward, as promised.
Where is the shrine? Oh, here it is! We found it by chance. Out near the bandit, a classic. Okay, we can also get some sea ring shield. Latte, do you like flowers? Get some flowers. Can you? No? No, too far. Let's see. I don't think Latte should have problems walking around, because I know Ariari is probably encumbered, but he should not.
Is there something on your mind?
Oh, he's not very strong. Okay, that's it. I'm sorry for your good stuff, but we need to drop something. And also, I think you could have some kind of draining strength. So I have a spell for you. It's called Evening Caress. And it's doing some special things like restore strength, restore speed, restore endurance, all these nasty things, and cure diseases, something like that.
Move. Ixi. Anna.
So should be something useful.
The moons guide you, friend.
Well, at least he should be able. Oh, you have my potions. Sorry. Okay. You should be able to walk again. Yeah. And one thing about the mod by Spammer, which I love, because there's a nice little touch, which is, I think most of the script, honestly, most of the script are from Greatness 7, but the idea, the good idea is that when your enemies are armored, when you are armored, you don't really get blood over your armor. You get it where you have exposed skin parts, like in this case the head. But if you don't have brassards or gauntlets, you have also bleeding arms and so on. So it's really realistic in this way. And the other mod, which is complementary, I think, integrating with this one, is the one with the spell effects, like the shock effect, the fire effect, especially the frost effects are nice because they work more or less the same way, with the difference that usually the blood remains because you kill things, and the rest usually you have the time to. But for instance, if I kill the cliff racers with the frost spell, it will remain frozen. It's pretty realistic. I just like it. For instance, I think I have killed one of these NPCs with a frost spell. In theory, should show also frost signs, but it's almost blood in this case. But you get the idea. Very immersive, massive mods. Well, a bit scary maybe, but it's a video game. Yeah, not really. And also a video game not for children. So it's not something created for children. But anyway, we found this shrine. And I think we'll get back to the city. Or it's a small lake. Oh, lake. No, we go back this way, or we could. I think we could go that way. Ramiro's grass is pretty good in tiny rebuilt areas, I think. And all these the rocks, the small mushrooms, and also is not so tall like wood grass, but pretty nice. Also more realistic, more detailed. Then you have some variety. This is a very small village, and there should be another river strider. Servicing the lake.
What do you want of me, Outlander?
Hello there. You are now within the fishing village of La Buller. La Buller. La Buller is the name of our village. We are proud that our little place has such a good name. Scenic travel. You can take a river strider to Lake Boethia, near Tel Mothrivra, or to Boethian Falls. What about a scenic trip?
Let's go to Boethian Falls.
Boethian Falls, 11 gold pieces.
We are not so lucky with the weather, but let's see. Blink or not blink? No. bad well. Let's see. I think there should be a scenic view and another shrine nearby. And this is another mod adding the sounds to the fake water. New mod now. There was a previous version using standard scripting, but the newer version works much better. And here it is the shrine. Boetian Falls Shrine. At least this version. And a small village. Probably need to take another bigger strider.
I don't think we've been introduced. Scenic travel. You can take a river strider to the opposite side of Lake Boethia, near Tel Mothrivra, or to the village
so
of Lake Boethia. 2 gold pieces.
Cross the river and down here we can get another river strider to reach the city. And this is probably some kind of big farm or small village farm.
I don't think we've been introduced. Outlander. Scenic travel. You can take a river strider to Boethian Falls at the other side of the lake, or to Lob Bueller, 11 gold pieces.
No. I'm going back this way. I was thinking there was some kind of route, but it seems you have to go by foot. I don't really remember much. Well, we can water walk because I suppose Latte prefers to water walk. Right, Latte?
After Verden Rock.
Are you a nice little boar? And now we are road. I'm a little lost. Let's go back to the lake. Oh. Oh, I'm back. Yeah. Okay. I was real lost. I was thinking to be in the other side of the lake. I'm still lost a bit. At least we are at the right side of the lake. Okay, so this is the
I don't think we've been introduced. Outlander. Scenic travel. You can take a river strider from Tal Driver to Althozera. What about a scenic trip? Althozera. 15 gold pieces.
So I remember correctly, there was a way to reach the city by river strider, but I missed the proper path of the lake opposite side. Very bad weather. We are going back to Alt, not the place. Let me think about it. No, this is the right route because we have a relic here. I remember this one. And this lake is not so small. Here is the big city.
I enforce both Telvanni customs and imperial law. Move along and mind your manners. Telfanim. Telfanim is the highest tower of Port Telvannis, and it is the home of Arch...
Yes, Outlander. What do you want? What's she doing here?
Hello. I'm here to spread the word of Shivi.
Okay, if I remember correctly, they don't like him very much.
I enforce both Telvanni customs and imperial law. Move Master Vyarine. Master Vyarine is the lord of Alt Bozara. He resides in his chamber, on the top floor of Tel Vyarine. Silithai, Clothier.
So, something
right
interesting for latte?
Welcome to my shop, Breton. I can offer you quality clothes, if you are interested. You wouldn't by any chance be a member of the temple, would you? Thank you.
He's flying again.
What can latte do for you?
I think I must find a way to force removing. Flight effect. Okay, so where is the things? Okay, let's see if he likes them. I don't know, because with the rope it's a little difficult.
Our sugar is yours, friend.
Not bad.
Blessing of the 2 months upon you.
And with the new gloves for latte, I think I will stop here. I like to understand why they are flying after a while. Maybe I need more checks when I disable
One day to you, friend.
the traveling effect, but it's curious because they don't have the traveling spell. They just keep flying. Maybe there's some kind of interaction between the vanilla script adding a different flying effect and the one added by the Striders. But they are definitely flying. Anyway, that's for another time. It's late and we need to stop here. So as usual, thanks for watching. I think all in all, something interesting, something that probably you will not see in next version of Time Rebuild. I think they have moved lots of things, and also you have the Strider routes that are no more available. So maybe a video for historical future reason. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.